Welcome back. So today we trying to get that bolt out with our jig here. So that's our corpus delicti here, and where's the jig on? And that's our jig. We pound that onto the bolt here. Just grind it a bit to make sure it's flat, there's no rust, so it's easier for the drill to grab, and then we just pound it on. It's slightly angled downwards, so we're just about right with the joint here. I probably could put the steering a little bit to the right. Yeah, I'll do that just to get clear of that bolt joint here, and then we'll give it another try. Right, let's do that. He is doing training sessions again. He's always doing some aerobatic trainings at the weekends. I don't mind. Alright, let's move the steering a little bit. So that's a bit better now. We got a bit more clearance here for the drill chuck. Hopefully it works out. So let's just grind the rest off a little bit, and the sharp edges. I think it was a 15mm bolt. We put a lot of force on it, so it's now smaller. Anyway, let's try that. Okay, we ground the sharp corners off, so hopefully the socket will just go on. Just pound that on and see how it works. So according to the length, we're actually through the head already. I used a smaller drill because I'm fouling here with a big drill. I knocked off one drill already because it was this machine is just too heavy for this small diameter drill. So we use this one. It appears the surface is hard, but the center of the bolt is relatively soft, so I can actually feel I'm making progress here. So we'll see how far it goes. Put some fresh oil in, just blow the chips out and go as far as we can. Right, let's try further here. Well, I'm not going to film the whole drill process, but we are pretty far in actually, so we're probably about 10mm into the bushing. The problem we have now is chip evacuation. We don't get the chips out because we're at the end of the spiral of the drill, so we just need to go carefully and as soon as it feels full, yeah, just blow it out. I want to go at least another 5mm. Lots of oil. Oh, you've still got a few millimeters there. There's a lot of chips coming out, so let's see how far we are. About 15mm into the bolt, or 15mm into the bushing here, so that's a total of 20 something, maybe enough to use the new drilled hole as a guide. We'll see. I don't know if it's visible here because there's a lot of brightness here. Maybe that helps a bit. Not really, not much really. So we are roughly in the middle of the track rod. So, and I'm pretty much in all the way, so I don't have any more length of the drill left, so I think we call it good, and try to drill it a little bit further. Let me try a little bit further and we'll come back when we use the big drill. Looking good. We got the socket off and we got about that much into it, so that's about half through. So we just drill as far as we can go, and that gives us at least enough guidance here. So we should be able to straight drill. We hit the center very well. So the bolt is pretty tough, so quite a few chips in it. So that was a good idea to keep some space for the chips. Alright, let's drill that through as far as we can go, and then just go with a big one and hog it out. I'm a bit more positive now. Right, let's carry on and do a bit more drilling. Well, we almost 45 millimeters in, so that means we are just on the other side of the bushing here. I have to sharpen the drill every 5 millimeters. This stuff is really hard. I think I do another 5 millimeters just to make sure I'm really at the end. Alright, we're just over 47 now. That means we're at the end of the bushing. I think we go for a larger drill, because my fear is I'm gonna break this thing, and yeah, every 3-4 millimeters, 5 millimeters, depends. I'm gonna sharpen it anyway, because the material is really tough. So we get at least 95% out of it. So with a bit of brute force, and yeah, we should be able to push that out. Let's drill that out as far as we can, and then let's see. Let's try. That was a 4 millimeter. Let's try an 8 or so. I think the bolt is probably about 10 millimeters. I think it's an imperial bolt. It's 10.2, 10.3. I don't know. The hole is 10.3. So if we go for 8 millimeters, that will still give us enough guidance to go through, and let's see. Let's find some of our best drills and give it a try. So we are on the back side, but we need a little bit more diameter. It's maybe 9.5 or so. We're just not loose at the moment. We're trying. It worked out so far. It's just super hard. I don't know what material that bolt is. I experienced it before. These bolts, I don't know what they're made of. It's just pretty hard stuff. Yeah, we're almost there. It's doesn't need much. It's just a little bit. Maybe the last thing. We'll see. I'll give it a try. Maybe one more drilling with a little bit of a bigger drill. The problem is, after a minute the drills are just dull. It's so hard because I'm rubbing at the bushing, and the bushing is hardened. We get there slowly. So we got the little busted out. I had to help a little bit with the angle grinder at the bottom. We are through actually, but it was just the last bit. I couldn't break it off, and the problem was the sleeve is very hard. If you drill in, the drill gets dull immediately. So we're good. So what we did, we just slammed a wedge behind and then just cut it in here. Alright, let's do the other side. So let's get that bracket off. Let's get the bracket off. Take it out. The reason why I'm careful when I take these things apart is I might need to put it back if it doesn't fit, or if it's whatever. No idea. It happens so many times that parts don't fit, and you rather not destroy the old one before we're absolutely sure. And that's the leftover with the top on it. We can't get that out right now, but I don't care at the moment. It's we need to destroy that, so otherwise we're not gonna get it out. There's no access really. We'll see. Yeah, so gives that a bit of a brush on around a little bit off here, but doesn't matter. Brush a bit of paint, and so we take the bracket out, see what we find. The castle nut might be completely solid, so we just grind it off and then use it. Use the press, 10 tons on it, and it should actually come out. Alright, one done, next one. So that's the tap which sits behind. It's such a flimsy piece of sheet metal here. You're not gonna get that out. That's rusted in. There's absolutely no way. We actually didn't drill that far. Just can see the dimple. Yeah, we've probably been a few millimeters short because again that screw material is really hard. Just a awkward job to get it out. Anyway, we use a normal washer and a nylock because you can actually get there with an angled spanner quite easy. You don't need that piece of crap here. And then we grease it up a little bit. Use a zinc plated screw. That should actually be okay. All the nuts and bolts which are open, or which I had open, they easily come off again. It's just there's no corrosion protection, that's the problem. Anyway, let's deal with the other side. So here we got the front bolts. There's some Loctite on, it's a thread lock, I don't know. The socket is a 3/8, 19mm. It's a little bit too big, so 3/8. Alright, that's one. Get the other one out, and then we should have to bust it out. Can be a bit difficult to get there. It was a bit hard to move, but the cheater bar helped. So we got it loose. Just use a long extension and behind the drag rod, and then you can pull. On the left hand drive it's just the opposite way around. The principle is pretty much the same. Alright, let's get that out. So here we got the bastard, and that's the castle nut here. There is absolutely no way to access that in situ because that's top, that's bottom. So it sits here like so. And what we're gonna do, we just grind one edge off and try to pry it off, and then try a bolt joint fork. If not, we need to figure out something on the press, because I think it's not gonna move easy. Anyway, yeah, and if you look here, we've been through almost. Nothing left actually. So it was just getting the last bit of that bolt. Anyway, it's a shame. It's solid steel. It's a shame, but you can't change the bolt joint. There is no repair kits, and this thing has quite a bit of play here. You can feel it's notchy, and yeah, it's 22 years old. We de-rust the bracket a little bit. Also give the mounting points a bit of a clean here. This is mainly just rust here. Not much really, but while we're there, it's never a bad thing to put some paint on. Apparently the nuts down here, they are welded onto the frame, so you just try to get the bolts out from the bottom. So we split the nut and it's coming off easy. The challenging part is actually getting the taper out. We use a bolt joint fork and just pound on it with the biggest hammer I can find. Hopefully it works. Alright, yeah, these castle nuts, if you hit them with a chisel, they split and then they go easy. It went relatively easy. Just go in and that's a bolt joint fork. Just pound it in with a big hammer and it should come loose. That's what it did. So five hefty blows with a hammer, and all you need to check is if it's the right size. It's got some play, so that's alright. And then this just pries it out. Alright, let's clean that a little bit, put a new one in, and then we should be done. Well, the good thing is they're all the same. The bend is a bit different, but the rest seems the same. Okay, let's wait until this is dry and then we'll put it back together. It was a long day. That drilling was awkward. Yeah, but I didn't destroy the old one, so maybe we get a bolt joint repair kit at some point. We'll see. We don't throw it away. Let's wait another 10-15 minutes until it is dry. When you put these castle nuts on, don't forget the cotter pin. Always use new cotter pins, never use the old ones. Need to check what the torque is here, and then we should be good to go. We fit it before we put it in. Makes our life easier, because otherwise you're not going to see where the hole is and it's just annoying. And once you're done, just grease it here, the grease nipple down here. Alright, bought one of these at the local supermarket. It's got a USB charger built in. It's handy for the camera. Hopefully it doesn't make that much static noise than the other one, because my other charger always makes some noise. So hopefully this is better. We'll come back when we put everything back together. So we're done. I wonder why this top is there, because you can easily get there with a bent spanner. Just get there and go to the nut on the back. Works great. Put a nylon on the back, torqued it up. That's good. These are torqued up as well, so everything is back together. The only thing we need to do is grease it, and then we should be good to go. I'll do that now, and that's going to be it. That was the drama of the track bar. We're back on track now. Everything is fine. I can use the car tomorrow to go to the flea market. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Until next time.